I like most games, but that doesn't mean I'm good at most games, especially first-person shooters. That's right, FUPS. FPS games. I don't know if it's the twitch reflexes or the multiplayer rage that overcomes me when I play them, but I have to stay away. But when it comes to virtual reality, I love shooting games, even if my aim is still terrible. I just love the experience. It's so different in virtual reality. And this next game is shooty, but also fruity. Have you ever wanted to work at a grocery store? Check. Have you ever wanted to defend your grocery store from freakishly mutated fruit? Double check. Well, it's about to get real with Shooty Fruity. That's right, Shooty Fruity. It's an amazing title. This VR game was published by InDreams and claims to deliver non-stop multitasking supermarket clerk action. It certainly delivers with a supermarket that is overrun by monstrous fruits that want you dead. And a store manager that still wants you to get your menial job tasks completed. As an employee of the Super Mega Mart, you begin the game in the staff lounge. Oh, no drink in there. From here, you can adjust settings and check the leaderboards at the arcade machines, review your gameplay stats, and you can purchase new weapons to add to your arsenal by using the vending machine. That's a nice touch.
You don't have enough juice to buy that.
Before you even start shooting down waves of demonic fruit, the game's personality comes to life through the amusing and slightly annoying store manager, Esther.
My name is Esther, and I'll be guiding you through your new job.
Only ever heard over the loudspeaker, she'll fill your ears with directions, encouragement, but most often, discouragement.
You missed. That was a close call. It almost got you. You're shooting your own station, moron. Please don't shoot the goods. Well, I would say you could do a lot better, but I'm not sure that's true.
When you're ready to take on some fruit, head over to the locker area, and you can choose a level, which are basically job shifts. Then you can choose your loadout of weapons and test them in the practice area.
Loadout changed. Let's go to the range and practice shooting.
Whoa. That.
Grenades are real powerful.
Once you've had fun making the staff lounge a complete mess with piled up weapons, pull the lever to start your work shift. At first, you'll just be scanning groceries. It's kind of relaxing, nice and calm. You don't even need to worry about the barcodes. You just slide the products across. Just slide them. But when the fruit attacks, it's time to get to the messy part of the job. Waves of juicy villains will begin creeping towards you, some even falling from the air vents. Apples, oranges, flying cherries, grapes, berries, lemons and limes, monstrous watermelons, and vicious pineapples. Oh, and of course, gigantic bananas. Don't let them get too close. The weapons you've selected will move down the line above you for easy grabification, but don't forget about scanning groceries. Ooh. The only way to unlock the other guns in your loadout is to scan a certain number of items. When mowing down fruit, you'll be earning precious juice, which can be spent at the vending machine to purchase new weapons for your armory. At first, it's pretty easy to manage scanning the groceries and taking breaks to pop off a few rounds at the fruit. But do not let that fool you. This is by far the most intense gameplay I've experienced in VR, and the majority of that intensity comes from the multitasking aspect of Shooty Fruity. It seems like it should be simple, just scan the store products, and when you can, lay down some fire to keep back the evil fruits. But when the enemies start piling up, so does the produce that desperately needs scanning. Even the first stage had me stressed out as the enemy waves started to pile up and I wasn't keeping track of my ammo. There's no reloading in this game. Once the clips have been emptied, you've got to throw away your current gun and hope another is on its way. Little tip, drop your guns behind you so you don't clutter up your workspace, huh? Pro gamer! And you've only got 2 hands, and as hard as I tried, I quickly learned you can't just slap the products across the scanner to get them down the conveyor belt. You've got to drop a weapon, pick them up, and scan them the old-fashioned way. So you'll be managing your weapons, their ammo, the products you need to scan, all while shooting down the hordes of ripe enemies making their way to your workstation. You'll even move up to packing groceries in the warehouse, and eventually serving food in the canteen as you progress through the game. And I wouldn't call these additional jobs a promotion. Way more strategy is involved in Shooty Fruity than a typical wave shooter because, dang it, you've got a job to do. That minimum wage ain't gonna make itself. Oh. And the frantic gameplay doesn't stop there. The difficulty ramps up as you unlock new work shifts.
That was a close call. It almost got you. You're getting hit. That's enough fight.
I've seen that black and white "you're fired" screen more times than I want to admit. Not only do the seed-bearing baddies pile up on you, your day job gets more difficult. Eventually, you'll be required to scan the actual barcodes on each grocery item. Then you'll be filling multi-item food trays and packing tons of items. It's just scan, pack, serve, scan, pack, serve, scan, pack, serve. Gets in your head. And so does the sound design and music. It has this nice retro market feel, and the sound effects are just, how would I describe them? Punchy? Maybe? No, probably shooty. They're very shooty. Every weapon blasts with a forceful sound that elevates the virtual reality to that next level. Now, we all know nothing's perfect, except this tight little butt. So let's talk about a couple of issues with Shooty Fruity. Getting the perfect positioning for the play area is hit or miss. The initial setup is barely even noticeable. You just get situated and pull the triggers. If you don't get it right, you need to back all the way out and restart the game. You can only make vertical adjustments to the play area. And luckily, you can also adjust the height of the weapons as they are sent out to your workstation so you aren't jumping in the air, hitting your ceiling, trying to grab a shotgun. Often you'll need to teleport to areas of the staff lounge, but you'll be right up against the walls. Sure, you could just take a few steps back, but the setup should have avoided that. And if your space is limited, you might not be able to back up anymore. It's very frustrating. Though I'll admit, when you get it right from the start, it's perfect. And Shooty Fruity might be one of the best wave shooters in virtual reality right now. The controls are spot on. And if you're a terrible shot, you can turn on the red dot sight. Or just do what I do and pull some grenade pins with your teeth and blow those fruits up. Plus, there's plenty of replay value. Trying to top your high scores for each shift or completing all of the challenges, like destroying fruit with certain weapons or collecting a set amount of juice in a level. And if you're up for a marathon run, you can try the endless modes and last as long as you can. There's plenty of content to digitally distract yourself with, and it's well worth the price. And hey, you know, that fruit might be on sale. Gotta get it.